Hey guys, finalKenpachi, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends reveal video. You guys already see what I about to show you on this video. So let's cut it short. I will do my best try to explain you guys every detail about upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How many, when, and how. We are getting 6 new legendary champion when between August 21 and November 13. How? One of them going to be daily login, the other one going to be fusion. The rest of them how we are going to obtain in-game activities, event, stuff like that. So basically maybe they are going to do guarantee, which is I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they are going to do guarantee, guys. At least some of them. But basically you need to open your shard and get them, or you need to win your tournament group to obtain this champion. So you guys need to prepare your resources if you guys want them. Champion availabilities, this part is important. Champion will available to acquire only during the event activation. Once acquired, champion stay in the game permanent. Where is this champion from and what is their role? April O'Neil from Secret Order, legendary champion, magic affinity and the support type. Michelangelo going to be daily login. Bannerlord champion, legendary, spirit affinity, attack type. Donatello going to be fusion. Lizardman, legendary, magic affinity, support type. Leonardo going to be void legendary from Shadow King faction and the defense type. Raphael Barian, legendary, force affinity, attack type. And the Shredder, another void legendary, another Shadow King champion, HP type. Michelangelo going to be loyalty program. All you guys need to do during the event period, enter the game to get this champion by free. If you guys also do some in-game activities, let me show you real quickly. Let me zoom. You guys can also get a Michelangelo avatar. There is some accessories. Most important, guys, primal and the 5-star soul. Again, finishing these missions is not that hard. So all you guys need to do, play the game and do your in-game activities. Now let's start talking about champion skill sets. Michelangelo daily login champion. His A1 skill attack one enemy 2 times. If either hit was critical, place a 50% increase attack buff on this champion by 2 turns. A2 skill attack one enemy before attacking has 75% chance to place a decreased defense debuff on the target by 2 turns. Has 75% chance to place a stun debuff for 1 turn. Will ignore 25% of the target resist if this attack is the critical. Then apply the debuff spread effect, taking all debuff from the target and placing them on the all enemies. That's very strong. Will ignore 25% of the each target resistance if the initial attack was the critical. This skill going to be a 100% chance after you book, guys, and the cooldown going to be a 3 turn cooldown. So it's basically taking every single debuff on the enemies and spreading everybody on the enemy team, guys. This is actually very strong. He's casting stun himself, so he basically like can be a stun champion for the faction or heart, or like he can spread your bomb debuff in the arena, for example. Like this is very good spread ability. Usually like spread champion like taking 2 random debuff and spread it, stuff like that. This is way better. A3 skill attack all enemy has 75% chance to place a 50% decrease attack debuff and the leech debuff for 2 turns. Will ignore 25% of the target resistance if this attack is the critical again. Then they place a taunt buff on this champion by 2 turns. Your chance of the placing debuff going to be 100% and the cooldown of this skill going to be 4 turn cooldown after you book. It's a little bit weird. He have a basically decrease attack and the leech, which is cool. But at the same time, taunt buff on this champion, I think Chimera. That can be strong for the Chimera, guys. Decrease defense on the A2, decrease attack, leech and the taunt. That's looking promising. Passive skill has 15% chance to evade an enemy skill and all effects from the skill. If this champion under taunt buff, the chance of the evade increase to 30%. Alright. Whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo or the Raphael attack, this champion will also join the attack. And this was the passive effect. Now we are going to take a look at the active effect, which is to have a 1 turn cooldown. Place a shield buff equal to 300% on this champion attack on this champion by 1 turn when they receive a hit, and they have an aura, all battle accuracy aura 70. Actually looking very strong daily login. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't wanna talk earlier, guys, but I personally like the Michelangelo. I mean in the game Michelangelo. I'm not talking about the cartoon we are watching back in the day. But seems very solid daily login champion. Now let's jump to the fusion. I know you guys are excited for that. Fusion Donatello. Donatello going to be fusion. It's starting from the August 21 and it's going to be fragment fusion. He's Lizardman, support type, magic affinity, and of course legendary champion. Let's take a look at the kit. A1 skill, attack one enemy. Heal all ally 5% of the champion max HP. As additional, instantly activate one random continuous buff on the allies. A2 skill, attack an enemy. Decrease the cooldown of the all ally skill except this champion by 2 turns. This skill cooldown cannot be decreased by the other cooldown decreasing effect. At the same time, place an increased speed buff on the all ally by the 2 turn. After rebook, the skill going to be a 4 turn cooldown. So it's not fully cooldown reset. That's negative thing, but at the same time, Lizardman faction is the one of the hardest faction in the game, especially if you don't have unity champion, the Teox. Maybe could be help, but we need to read the rest of the kits to decide it. A3 skill, remove all debuff from all allies. Okay. Then they place a continuous heal buff and the strength buff on the all allies by 2 turn. Also fill turn meter of the all allies by the 20%. After rebook, this skill is going to be 3 turn cooldown. So passive skill, whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo or the Raphael attack, this champion also going to join the ally attack. Active effect has 6 turn cooldown. Whenever an ally is about to receive a fatal hit, this champion prevent that ally death and keep them alive by 1 HP. Then equalize that ally HP. The HP level of the ally with the brought up by average HP level on the team. If there's a multiple champion on the team, only one of them going to be work. So this 6 turn cooldown going to be 4 turn cooldown after the book. Basically guys, it reminds me Gofred passive skill. Whenever your ally is receive fatal damage, it places a block damage on them and they keep them alive because of the block damage. As an extra, Donatello is going to be heal that ally if your HP level of the team is high, of course. And the aura ally HP all battle by 30%. Is that worth it? So this is the question, right? Is that worth it? Guys, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not impressed about Donatello. If you guys struggling on the hard faction more, Lizardman, or if you are like early game, mid game, looking for a cooldown reset champion, but at the same time has more benefit from them, can be helped. But beside them, I don't know. Like maybe Lizardman only teams can be good, which is he have a Tormentor field as well, right? He doesn't have a speed aura, but still, especially for this passive skill active effect, can be decent. But I personally don't like the fusion that much, guys. Let me know what you guys thinking about it. Let's jump to the next champion now. Raphael, Force Affinity Barbarian attack type. His A1 skill, attack one enemy twice. Place a block revive debuff if the target is the kill. Each crit attack also going to fill this champion turn meter by 10%. His A2 skill, attack an enemy, will ignore shield and the block damage buff if attacking under Berserk debuff placed by this champion. So if this champion under Berserk placed by himself, is going to be ignore shield and the block damage. If he's not under Berserk debuff, then the damage against the enemies under shield buff going to be increased by 50%. And at the same time, each crit attack still going to increase this champion turn meter by 10%. So in the arena, perfect scenario, let's say like there is no weak attack or stuff like that, is going to do like 4 crit attack, and after this skill he's going to be his turn meter going to be 40%. This skill cooldown going to be 30 turn cooldown. I mean, is a good kit. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like there is not many shield on these days in the arena. Block damage can be annoying coming from like Marichka, Odin, but at the same time he need a little bit more to deal with against that champion, right? In the arena wise, hard faction more wise, like again, I don't see the point by using this skill on the hard faction more, but we are not done on the Raphael yet. A3 skill, attack one enemy 3 times. Each hit will ignore 20% of the target defense. Cool. Place a perfect will buff and the unkillable buff on this champion by 2 turns if the target is killed. So if you manage to kill the target, which is you are going to attack this target 3 times, and each attack also going to be ignored 20% of the defense. Basically, there's a high chance you can do that. He's going to get perfect will and the unkillable buff. If the target is survived, then they place a Berserk debuff on the champion by 2 turns instead. This debuff cannot be resisted or the blocked. So if the target is survived, you are going to self-cast the Berserk debuff. This is how we are going to get Berserk. And this skill going to be a very 3-turn cooldown again after you guys book it. His passive skill, whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo or the Raphael attack, he's also going to join the attack. They love to join each other attack, guys, okay? Place a Berserk debuff on this champion by 1 turn when any champion dies. So, doesn't matter your own team or the enemies, whenever the champion die, is going to get Berserk debuff. Basically, Berserk debuff, guys, increasing your damage dealt. At the same time, you are taking more damage. Odin can currently do that. Has 20% chance to grant an extra turn when attacking under Berserk debuff placed by the champion and the all battle aura attack 30%. What's my thought about Raphael? I have a mixed feeling about it. I personally gonna say like I don't like it that much, even for the hard faction mode. Barbarian is not that hard, especially if you have Armans, and his kit doesn't made for the hard faction mode. Arena wise, I mean, depends his multiplier, I guess. But I'm not super impressed, guys. You guys know me, I don't like attack DPS that much. Now, let me show you guys the rest of the champions. Time to reveal Void Legendaries. Leonardo. I also going to put the Shredder skill over there next to Leonardo. You guys can also see that over there. I'm not going to cover the Shredder skill on this video because we covered that yesterday. He's basically going to be event dungeon boss. He's also looking pretty strong. We are going to focus on Leonardo today because he's looking interesting. I believe Leonardo looks like has some unity abilities, guys. So, Shadowkin, Void Legendary Defense. Attack one enemy twice. When counter-attacking, will repeat this attack against a random enemy. Will ignore 3% of the target defense. Each buff on this champion stack the 15%. A2 skill. Place increased defense buff on the all allies by 2 turns. At the same time, ally protection buff on the all allies except that champion. Instead, he's going to place an unkillable buff and the counter-attack buff on himself. This skill going to be a 3-turn cooldown after you book. So here's the thing. A1 skill looks like a DPS, but A2 skill is a little bit more like support. But there is a but. So he's a defense staff. We need to increase defense champion on our team, right? He have increased defense ability. At the same time, cast an ally protection buff. It looks like a support kit, but after he used this ability, he's going to cast himself unkillable buff and the counter attack buff. So maybe with the counter attack buff, you know, like which is his custom 2 buff, it's already going to ignore like 6% of the target defense if you manage to counter attack them. If somebody attack him, he's going to counter attack them because of the counter attack buff. That can be work. Ally protection normally going to make him die super quickly because champion will cast the ally protection absorbing the damage from your ally, but he's cast an unkillable buff on himself. That can be annoying actually. Unkillable and the counter attack at the same time. It reminds me nice. Not going to lie. They are not protected like the nice, but yeah. And the A3 skill, guys, these things are getting interesting. Attack all enemy. Damage inflicted by this skill increased by 5% for each buff on all allies and the enemies. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting actually. Because there is no stack limit over there. So damage over that skill can be increased a lot. Depends on the buff, your team and the enemies. Remove all buff from all enemies if this attack kills an enemy. This effect cannot be resisted. I am pretty sure he's going to hit hard and manage to kill somebody in the enemy team, like at least a DPS champion, then you are going to be fully strip the enemy team. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle unities. So if you have a 1 turtle ally on your comp, will ignore 15% of the each target defense for each Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo and Raphael in the team. Does not count this champion. Okay. Increased damage dealt by this skill proportional to this champion missing HP, 2 turtle ally. And if you have 3 turtle allies, activate this skill whenever an ally HP drop below 50%. Occurs per skill. If there is a multiple champion on the team with this skill, only one will be activated. So this part, skill going to be 3-turn cooldown, guys. And the 3 turtle ally part also have a 4-turn cooldown. I think this 4-turn cooldown is the skill cooldown, I believe. Yeah, 4-turn cooldown. So after you book, it's gonna be 3-turn cooldown. 3 turtle ally bonus is the good. 2 is meh. 1 is decent as well. The problem is like, especially for the siege, You guys cannot use them together. I mean, you can still use them together like in the random team, you know, like post, like defense tower or whatever. But you cannot make like condition post because they are in the different factions. I mean, I don't know. I think he recorded too much, guys. Like, I was expecting he's going to do something by himself, but we are not done yet. Let's read his passive skill. Place a stone skin buff on this champion by 1 turn. Each time champion HP drop below 50%. Occurs once per skill kit. Whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo or Raphael attack, he's also going to join the attack. And the all battle defense aura by 33%. I mean, passive skill is cool. It's going to be definitely like hard to kill this champion in the arena. I can already feel that, guys. But let me know what you guys thinking about the Void legendaries. Shredder, I feel like looks more, I don't know, unique in my opinion. I definitely want Shredder more than Leonardo. I'm not saying he's bad, but he recorded too much, guys. Now let's champion April. April O'Neil is the last champion I will reveal you guys for today. She is Secret Order Sport Champion, Magic Affinity and the Legendary. Her A1 skill attack one enemy has 50% chance of to place a stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or the petrification debuff on the target by 1 turn. After she's going to get perfect veil buff on herself, she used that skill. There is going to be additional 25% debuff chance increase. So in total, you are going to be with 75% chance of landing one of these debuff on the target. Her A2 skill has 75% chance of the steal all buff from the target. Also 75% chance to stealing 100% of the target current turn meter. Then place a nullify debuff and the seal debuff on the target by 2 turn. Nullify debuff is the new debuff. I put that over there so you guys can see what is this debuff do. Basically, champion under nullify is going to be null, guys, like going to do nothing. He's not going to get help or anything. So, and the seal debuff is well, seal debuff going to be block your gear set bonus, you know, stuff like that. And the passive effect has 25% chance of the activate this skill on the enemy when they gain extra turn or the insta turn effect. If there is a multiple champion, only one will be activate. This skill going to be a 100% chance of to place your debuff on the enemies and the 3 turn cooldown. And the A3 skill place increase accuracy buff on the all allies by 2 turn. Also decrease turn meter of the all enemies by 20%. Then grants extra turn. So this skill going to give her extra turn. You can start with this skill, get extra turn, because she's going to cast the increase accuracy on the everybody on the team, included herself. You guys don't need to build her super high accuracy for the her A2 or the A1 debuff. This skill going to be a 4 turn cooldown. Passive effect little bit complicated, guys. Whenever an enemy has their skill activated, team up with the allies to attack. That's looking very strong, but after that it's saying gain extra turn or the insta turn, has their skill cooldown decrease it, get their shield value increase it, get their destroy HP restored, has their HP swapped by the allies or themselves, evades an enemy effect or the skill, has their turn meter equalized. I'm gonna stop reading that. You guys let me know what is this skill going to be work. I have no clue, but if this is like whenever they use their active skill, she's going to be join with the teammates to attack that ally. That's looking super strong. But I probably misunderstand that. I don't know. Active effect going to be a 1 turn cooldown. Whenever enemies remove, transfer or the decrease the duration of any debuff to 0, decrease the turn meter of the all enemies by 25%. If there is a multiple champion on the team with the skill, only one will be activated. And the arena speed 28%. I mean, looking interesting, guys. To be honest, hard to be judged because I don't know how this skill going to be work in the arena, in the game action in general. Looking weak against the Marius because she have a loss of the decreased turn meter. But let me know which champion so far was your favorite. Now let me show you guys some more detail about the upcoming event. And the avatar frames and the badge, how we are going to obtain them. There is going to be 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themed avatar frames. One of them this left side, I believe, going to be obtainable by one of the in-game events. And the Shredder avatar frame can obtain it by the collecting all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle champion included Shredder. So you guys need to collect all 6 of them. And if you already collect all the 6 of them, you guys also going to receive this pizza badge. That was all the leak for today, guys. Let me know which one is your favorite champion. Do you guys like the fusion? Do you guys like the daily login champion? Catch you guys on the next time. Bye bye.